What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell Whispers from the Stars, our D&D 5th edition campaign that we've been running for quite some time now. So, I'm, of course, your DM for the night, Jumbo Thick, and I'm joined by the full cast and crew of the Emberfellas. And they will briefly now introduce themselves and your characters, including our new entry. You'll get a full description when we introduce your characters. Just give a brief little snippet, Okay. But we'll start with, we're going clockwise like normal. So this time around, start with the one and only Jumbo Smooth.
Ooh, that's me. I'm Jumbo Smooth. I'll be playing the role of Marius Wolf.
Oh, shit. He slipped into it.
Slipped into it. Forced to have it. Forced to have it. But yeah, he is a 7'5", 8 foot tall with his horns, 400 pounds, white scale, dragonborn, hailing from the frigid wastes up north. The one, the only. Son of Amu! That's it. That's my done. I'm done. Awesome. Next.
And next is a new addition to the party, as sadly, our last episode was the last we'll see of the infamous Taker. For now.
Yeah.
That's the Funk Trunk with the new character.
Yeah. Mr. Funk Trunk, I will be playing a new character, as you said, a cleric, Twilight Domain cleric, and his name is Ernest Atlas Ebbing, Ebbing. But he goes by Atlas. So yeah, Ernest Atlas Ebbing. He's 8 foot 1 inch. He is 299 pounds, 107 years old. He's got. Well, I'll do the description later. So
yeah, we'll do a full description when we introduce you, but. He's a big boy, needless to say. Definitely a furbolg. So that brings us next to the, let's see here. Who do we got next? Oh, the Doobie 209. That's who we got going next.
Well, that's me.
That is you.
What's going on, everybody? I play Dayu, the hobgoblin monk, elder statesman of the party. Weighing in. Considerably less than the other two. Also considerably shorter than the other two. I think he barely reaches 5'11".
Which is still massive for a hobgoblin, but still good. Which brings us then to the infamous Zoltkar.
Hey,
there he is.
Zoltkar Krugen, a paladin. A jailer of secrets, Order of Elysia. He scours the world for knowledge that has been deemed perhaps dangerous, perhaps a little too mystical for the general populace. Able to disguise himself at will, so you may never know what the shaman truly looks like. Much like myself, he may be more mustache than man now, and that's just how it is. Kind of a light gray skin with some nice tattoo markings and a friendly reminder burned into his arm about vigilance, loyalty, and discipline. That yes. He keeps that near and dear.
Near and dear to his heart. Speaking of near and dear to everyone's heart, the one and only Pierce Galactic.
I'm here. All right. In case you didn't know, because I wasn't here for so long. I will be once again reprising the role of Bravarak, the hobgoblin samurai. Maybe not the best samurai. We're going to find out. For my colleagues, I'm going to let you know that I actually modeled him after Craig, if you can remember. Okay, yeah. 6'2", about 215. I said 212. We're going to make him a little bit bigger. I thought he was going to be one of the taller people in the group. Apparently not. But 6'2", 215. Quite big, quite muscle-bound for a hobgoblin. Not the smartest. Pretty good warrior. I think he's held his own against a myriad of difficult opponents. And currently he is a wanted criminal because there's 2 of them or 3 of them.
What?
Oh my God, I can't even remember. I forgot
What's
about
happening?
last session. He doesn't know because he's here and I'm there and I'm there and that smart guy, Rogar, will help me out.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So, speaking of last session, last we left off, the Emberfellas had run into a spot of trouble as all of you, well, in particular, Dayu, the former party member, Tuk the Taker, and Breverak were caught in an ambush on your way to the Fool's Gold within the fishing district. You were attacked by Sleck, the leader of the Bloody Hooks gang under Clan Giant's Blood. After, apparently, he had let it slip that someone had issued a target on Tuk-Tuk's back, and Sleck was eager to collect after his embarrassing display in front of their boss, Vern. The trap was sprung, and the three of you were very quickly put into a place of distress, with Tuk being literally dragged by a hook up onto a roof and stabbed repeatedly, as Dayu attempted to save him, only to fall prey to one of the many magical items, the scrolls that apparently the hooks have at their disposal, while Breverak tried to fend off three rather large individuals by himself. Needless to say, it did not go well. In fact, it went so bad into the fact that Tuk lost his life. As he died, Sleck got away with his purse, with his belongings, only to run across Zoltkar and Rogar as they were making their way to meet back up with their party at the Fool's Gold. Rogar, spotting that there was something strange with this small blood-stained goblin creature, wisely decided to pursue the individuals in question. However, the three beefier members decided that they would not be able to outrun both Zoltkar and Rogar, and a fight was to be had, with Sleck and his two remaining goblin bloody hooks making a run for it. There was one last chance to take a final blow against the murderer of Tuk, with Zoltkar loosing a crossbow bolt. However, Sleck grabbed one of his underlings and shifted him in the way, killing his underling and sparing Sleck to get away scot-free. As he escaped, the bugbear that was one of the brutes that had accosted your party, seeing the writing on the wall as Rogar had slain the two remaining members, revealed a magical scroll and apparently detonated himself, almost killing Zoltkar and very wounding Rogar at that, with everyone being severely hurt, all evidence being burned away. You decided to gather with Dayu, bringing Tuk-Tuk's body back to the Crooked Plank, where Din showed you a hidden room in the basement. There were things down in this room, and a somewhat memoriam was held for Tuk as Din advised that he could aid you in speaking with the lost soul of the Taker, whom apparently wanted to stay at rest. With all of these things happening, you decided to bring Tuk above, place him inside one of these small rowboats nearby in the docks, douse him in some kind of flammable, probably fluid of some kind, ropes and whatnot, lit the corpse and the boat on fire, and pushed it out into the bay, where it burned for some time and then abruptly extinguished. However, as we found out, Tuk was chaperoned, and he finally saw his Lady Boel. However, the rest of the party was not to sit idly, as you took a interest in what was happening at the Temple of Boel itself, seeing a way to possibly make up for what happened to the Taker. Your investigation led you to Tide's Call, where you found 2 acolytes of Boel that were, and this was very late at night. It is currently very lightly raining, if I remember correctly. And upon a rather brief but somewhat strange discussion with the acolytes, you discovered that the remaining holy people of Boel are staying down the street at a different place, as no one has been allowed to return to Tide's Call since the events of what had transpired previously with the rest of you. The makeshift hospital is still burned, though it apparently did not spread to the rest of the market square. And after reviewing some of the evidence that Zaltkar had collected thus far, you decided to pay a visit to the Dusty Trader, a shop of some kind that specialized in antiquities, where the 4 of you that remained broke in through the second-story window where Zaltkar had shifted his way inside, finding his way down to unlock the back door to allow the rest of you entry. Upon moving through this space, seeing the somewhat layout, you noticed a false door in a wall right next to the back door. Having discovered this, everyone was allowed inside, with Dayu hanging back, only to throw some shade on Breverak for his unethical uses of shady endeavors. The hidden door was discovered by none other than the son of Amu. Easily the one I saw discovering this when this first appeared, revealing a set of stairs descending into a basement. However, Breverak and Zaltkar quickly moved down the stairs, the floorboards, the creaking under their boots as they moved down, while Rogar moved to inform Dayu as the door had to be closed. He opened the door, moved his head out, and was going to tell Dayu where they were going. As this happened, 2 figures stumbled around the side of the alley into view, and they looked exactly like Breverak Blackshroud and Zaltkar, holding their heads, kind of swaying, asking about what happened as they stumbled towards the 2 of you. However, that is not quite where we're going to pick up, as there is another adventurer who has put his quarter on the slot machine and is pushing that button. He's getting in. He's slotting in right now, as a very interesting character has spotted 2 individuals that looked somewhat strange. And do you want me to just refer to you as Atlas?
Yeah.
How are we doing this? We doing Atlas?
Yeah.
Not
Atlas
Ernest?
is good. Yep.
Atlas?
Nope.
Okay.
Atlas. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Atlas, you have come to the city because, well, you felt like you had to. Sometimes you're spoken to, sometimes you see signs. You go wherever the wind calls and wherever you are deemed by your deity to cleanse, to sanctify. And upon entering Port Dorona very late this very night, You've heard strange things passing through the gate as the guards warned you that there's been bizarre occurrences. Having that on your mind, you see two figures duck into an alley. They don't look like guards. One of them has a very interesting look about him. He looks like he has a touch of death upon him. Pale, gray skin. Something unnatural. Something not of this world. Perhaps something that needs to be looked into. As you see them move, I'm assuming you are pursuing Atlas.
Yes.
Okay. And we will get to that in a moment. As you step around and you see the characters move around the side of the alley, around the corner, and step out of view as you begin to move closer. And it's at this point that we see Rogar and Dayu. However, before we get too much into what is about to happen, because it's about to get crazy, I'm sure. Zoltkar and Brevrak, I do need to make a note as to what has happened to you two. As you guys are walking down the steps, you hear the creaking of the wood, and you're moving downwards. And it's strange, Zoltkar and Brevrak both. As you're moving, suddenly you hear a bell ringing. Like a chime. Small bell. It's coming from down in the basement. I'm sure it spikes your curiosity. And you guys begin to move further down. And now I would like everyone to roll me initiative.
Ah, shit.
Including Brevrak and Zoltkar, because I will slot you guys in if necessary.
And Atlas as well.
And Atlas, yes.
Okay. You see in the chat log, or do you?
Brevrak's got a 13. Atlas got a 14.
Oh, wait. Whatever, I'll do it later. It's fine.
Oh, you have advantage.
I have an ability that I can either do it myself or give it to someone else.
Well, you're the only one to go ahead and roll advantage. Roll again.
Yeah.
See if you get anything better.
Blessing. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, it's even better.
Yep, 17.
17.
Right. I missed Rogar, Zoltkar, and Dayu. So can you just tell me yours real quick?
Sure.
10 for Dayu. Zoltkar? Rogar?
Sorry, 13 for Rogar.
13,
Yeah,
and then...
Zoltkar was also a 17.
17, okay.
I have a +2 dex, so
Okay.
if
If that makes a difference.
makes a difference, yeah.
Let's see here. Oof, man.
Well, if Atlas has a feat that gives him advantage, he obviously would win. But
Yeah, it
tie
does.
then, so
Yeah. Well, it's not going to matter right now because you're not a part of the combat yet. But let me start this. Good. All right. So, with this being locked in at this point, I will say that Rogar and Dayu, you see these two what appear to be companions stumbling towards you. Rogar, your previous check made to discern intent was not the greatest. Strange. Shaman. Armored one walking towards you. Dayu, however, was a little bit more on guard as you kind of began to notice there's something just odd with the behavior of what is happening. And ironically, Ernest is going to be the first one in this scenario that gets to move, that gets to do something. Now, Ernest, I'll say from where you are at, you could take your move action and you could get to the corner where you saw the two figures duck to the right. If you'd like to move up, or if you'd like to do something else, you just let me know what you'd like to do.
Yes, I would like to move to the corner.
Okay, you
the
move
alley.
to the corner, and Rogar
Take a
and
look
Dayu,
around.
you see a figure, tall figure. If you care to describe yourself, Atlas.
Yes. So, my name is Ernest Atlas Ebbing. He is 8'1", 299 pounds. He has midnight blue skin. He's a furbolg. Midnight blue skin. He's got long dreads, kind of black and white hair, mostly white, with some black. And then he has a long beard, and his mustache is just about the same length, and it's braided down. He has an eye patch over one eye, and the other eye is like starlight blue, moon blue, whatever you want to call it, like really like a piercing bright blue eye. He's got a shovel on his back. He's got a shield in one hand and a lantern in the other hand. And let's see if I'm missing anything. I think that's the basic description. And he's a Twilight domain cleric.
You will also notice the flame in the lantern is green, and flickering very sturdily. So, as that happens, I will also note, Atlas, there's not a lot of light here. It's very dimly lit. However, with your abilities come advantages. And one more thing that the other two veteran party members might notice is that there's just a twinge of a green flickering light in the one eye you can see, almost identical to the lantern he holds. And so, that brings us now to Atlas, as you see two figures. You see a large, very big figure standing in an open doorway next to a somewhat mercenary-looking hobgoblin. You can definitely tell that these are both seasoned warriors by the way they hold themselves, the way they are positioned, with the larger one having strange appearance. Some of his snout and horns curling around his cloak, revealing white scales, some kind of lizard-like creature. In addition, there are two more individuals. The one that you saw, the one that looked almost sickly, almost dead, one might say. And of course, a full-garbed samurai of the local clan. What would you like to do, Atlas?
There were two groups, right?
Yes.
You were explaining.
You're looking at this. It's not very big. Not a lot of space here. You're looking at 30 feet from where you're at to the two individuals that are kind of stumbling. That looks like they're holding their heads towards Rogar and Dayu, who are a further 15 feet away.
Gotcha. I mean, at this point, I think I would kind of casually continue to follow the undead character.
Okay.
And now just try to see what I can figure out.
All right. Do you want to hold an action or anything? Because you've already hit your movement capacity.
Yeah, I guess I would. I'm so new to the cleric thing. Turn undead? That's a thing? Is that an action?
You can. You can attempt it.
Well, I would just hold it until I figure out if it really isn't undead.
Okay.
Well, actually,
I don't think you can.
You know what?
That's a little different.
Okay. Sorry, I'm new to this.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll hold Sacred Flame.
Okay. All right. What is going to be? What are you holding it for? Like an aggressive action, or
yeah.
From which party?
From the undead. From the one that I think is
specifically
undead.
from the one that you think might be undead. Okay. All right. That's fair. I will keep that in mind. So, with that will bring us now. I need Zoltkar and Brevrak to give me perception tests.
All right.
14
Changing
and
dice.
a 7.
Changing dice.
Fine. I'll say this. Both of you don't hear a sound other than the dinging of the bell down below. And you can hear the creaking of the wood beneath your feet, but you don't hear anything else. And so we're going to keep going with that. However, that is going to now bring us to the Son of Amu. It is your turn.
So I see.
You see a tall figure come around with the lantern light. Yeah, he's not hidden by any means.
Okay. But I see. Question. I believe the shaman was shape changed.
He was disguised, correct? Yes, but this looks like the shaman, like he looks when he's not disguised.
Okay. And both appear injured.
They appear something's wrong with them. You're not sure what. They're holding their heads and stumbling towards you, asking about what happened.
Okay. And I see this large figure with a lantern. Can I make out features or just a tall figure?
A tall figure, unfortunately. Well, no, he's holding a lantern, so yes, you'd be able to distinguish features from him.
Have I ever seen a furbolg before?
No, definitely not.
Oh, so I have no idea.
Oh no, that's. I will say, even like Dayu, this would be like fucking rare. This is like seeing Rogar walking around. This is a rare occurrence.
And I should say, normally I do have a hood, a shadowy, like a large, hood.
Very large. I'm assuming, I'm assuming you have like a kind of like a grave cloak, large cloak that kind of covers your whole body if you want to.
Yeah.
Hood's back though, apparently, right now.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Shaman, how have you been injured? I just saw you. Right there. I mean, that's going to be my action to speak to him most likely because I don't feel.
Because you don't. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
As they both kind of look up to address you, that will then bring us to Dayu. It is your turn.
Oh boy. All right. They're 15 feet away.
15 feet. Rogar kind of just called out. You see another figure in the distance. Yeah. Don't know if it's a friend or a foe.
I see three threats.
So far, yes.
All right. Put the hand on Kaifu's hilt. Impossible to be in two places at once. And I will draw it and go in for an attack.
Okay. Which one are you going to attack?
Probably the imposter Breberak, because I've already seen a shape change of him before.
All right, you move in very quickly, covering the distance. The imposter kind of eyes go wide. We go ahead and make an attack roll.
12.
A 12 will not hit.
All right,
as you slice, and he ducks back for a moment. Well, would you like to do anything else?
Yeah, we're gonna test it again and do a unarmed strike.
Okay, give me another attack roll.
23.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
4 damage.
4 points of damage as you rock. Is face, body? What are we thinking here?
Probably a kick to the stomach.
Kick to the stomach as you miss the slice, and then you kind of side kick to the stomach. It takes a couple steps back and it smiles as it looks up at you. And I say it because the features on both of them begin to amass and move, and their skin becomes almost amorphous, like some kind of jelly together as the jig is up. They look pinkish and black, and it looks almost like jelly fluid oozing down most of their bodies. They grow about a foot taller. And as they do, there was just an empty face, and now there's a swirling black mass, no features. And as it does, they both kind of shout towards the air and an inhuman screech. And I need the three of you to give me sanity checks. I forgot to roll your sanity score, Atlas. So let's do that real quick.
What do I do?
Roll me 4d6. Drop 46? the lowest one.
right. So the lowest one was I had 2 1s. So I've got 5, 9, 10.
10. Okay, your sanity will be a 10. So you just have a flat roll for this. So go ahead and make a note that you have a sanity of 10, which makes sense. You are a cleric. You work with strange individuals.
Is that good?
A 10? A 10 is just a flat roll. You don't get any bonuses or minuses.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll me a d20.
10. Oh, sorry. And d20. Roll that beautiful d20. That's 9.
Okay. Rogar got a natural 20. Dayu, I missed yours.
Dayu will say sacrilege as he rolls a 3 on his insanity.
All right. As this happens, you feel this piercing, almost like reverberating cry echo out into the night sky. It's loud, and Atlas, this is definitely, you have stumbled into something that you were not expecting. As you reel back, Atlas, however, you do pass. The DC was not that high, so unfortunately,
fire now.
Yes. Let me have Dayu roll his madness real quick. So go ahead and roll me a d20, Dayu. Don't roll a 20.
14. Is it a straight roll?
Yes, it is a straight roll. That is going to be... as this happens, Dayu, you start to see strange echoes of the creatures beginning to swarm around you, and you have disadvantage on all ability checks for the next 4 rounds. This effect will end early. At the end of your turn, you get to make another sanity check to see if you can slough off this. So for now, you have disadvantage on all ability checks. Sadly, you're already in combat, so that's not going to be much. So yeah. Regardless, though, that's both of the creatures' turns. And that is going to bring us back to the top of the round. Now, Ernest, you were holding Sacred Flame, which I believe is a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Yep.
That is going to be a big fail. So go ahead and roll damage first.
Sweet. 2 damage.
2 points of radiant damage as it kind of, you see almost like a peel of the almost like an ember from the lantern kind of spoke off and then quickly swirls and moves towards the creature and kind of hits it in the back. It is now your turn, your official turn. Atlas, what would you like to do?
I would like to... There's so many new things.
I know, you got a lot to do.
I'll probably, the same one that I just attacked, the one that I think is undead, I will cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. That is going to be a wisdom save. It passes. It very much passes.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
And that, I think, is my... Let me just make sure I don't have any bonus actions. Oh, I do have... yeah, I guess I'll cast... Well, I don't know if I want to use my spiritual weapon right now.
There are strange, bizarre creatures.
Yeah. There's only 2, and there's 2 other people fighting them. No, that'll be my turn.
Okay. As you kind of... you attempt to... it's almost like a jangling of coins. Perhaps grave coins, for all you know. Sound kind of reverberates out in the air, similar to what the shaman is capable of. Only the creature seems to be unaffected. And that is the end of Ernest's turn, which then will bring me to Rogar, son of Amu. It is your turn.
Okay. Now they're enemies, correct? You know,
as far as you can tell, oh yes, these are monsters of some kind.
Bonus action, rage.
Okay, you go.
Yep.
All right. Which one are you attacking?
I will charge in, I guess, to the one that was attacked, or that Dayu attacked.
Okay.
So
all right, so you're gonna get into melee with. They were both next to each other.
okay.
So you guys are just gonna be. It's gonna be.
I'll be
monster
next
match
to him,
for a second.
but I'm gonna be
Yeah.
taking the first swing at the one he already attacked. So
All right. Give me an attack roll, please.
I will attack with reckless. I will attack recklessly.
All right.
And I will.
Great Weapon Master.
Yeah, we'll do great weapon.
Why not?
We'll give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
See what
What can happen?
18 will be the roll.
18 hits.
All right, let's see.
Go and roll damage. This could be
That's a
significant.
That will be
22?
24 damage.
24. Oh,
The rage
Jesus.
bonus. Yeah.
Woo. All right. As you a vicious blow with the large, and I will say, Atlas, you see a very large bone sword get pulled off of the back of this white-scaled dragonborn and just slice into this creature. As you slice into it, a portion of its body kind of sloughs away, revealing meat and bone underneath that quickly kind of forms back, but it's not quite enough to close the wound completely, and the creature shrieks and takes a few steps back.
What have you done with the shaman?
And that will be my turn.
All right, that brings me to Dayu. It is now your turn.
Ooh, same thing. Going in. Kaifu.
Attack roll, please.
Ooh, an 11.
That's gonna miss.
All right. Same thing. Unarmed strike. Ooh, shit. Natural 1.
That is also very much gonna miss.
Abomination.
Good thing you and the thing's dodging and weaving at this point. And the creature that you've been attacking now is oh shit. Let me make sure. Yeah, these might be mildly modified. But regardless, the creature is going to lash out towards Rogar since it has advantage. However, let me make sure. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
It does? Okay. All right. That is going to be... It's going to be 16 points of bludgeoning damage as its arm launches out and then turns into almost like a hammer-like instrument and smacks you in the chest. And then it's going to swing to the other side towards Dayu for a... Ooh, that's going to hit. It's a 24. For... only 10 points of bludgeoning damage, Dayu. However, the second creature, the one that was hit in the back by Atlas, is now going to wail on the big dragonborn. Ooh, natural 20. This could go bad. It's a lot.
I know what you're talking about here.
It's a lot.
Damage.
It's 20 points doubled, so 40 points of bludgeoning damage. Rogar.
I'm still standing.
Okay.
Barely. But I'm there.
It lunges low and vicious blow to the solar plexus. Rogar lifts from the ground for just a moment, despite his massive size. And he's going to attack again. Still has advantage. 17. That's gonna hit.
That'll hit.
For this time, only 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's more palatable. I'm still up.
He's still up. Rogar's still up after all of that. So he takes some hardy blows. That is unfortunately the end of their turn, which is going to bring us now to the top of the round with Atlas. It is your turn.
I almost said tuk-tuk. I will cast Guiding Bolt on that same one that I've been targeting.
Okay, that is now. I will remind you that's not the one that they've been hurting. Just throwing it out there. I'm just letting you know. Different health pools here.
Yeah. Okay, so one of them looks weaker, looks more damaged than the other, I guess?
Yeah, I will say the one that Rogar cleaved into looks heavily damaged. The other one,
Heavily damaged.
not so much. It looks pretty healthy.
I guess I'll fire another Sacred Flame then at that. Well, no, fuck it. I'll do the Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Let's try to hit it.
Give me an attack roll.
All right, that's a 16 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
This could be significant.
10 damage.
10 points. All right. 10 points of radiant damage. It looks pretty badly hurt as you kind of focus. What exactly does this look like?
Good question. So I think for that, it's like a flash of starlight just streaking out towards the creature. Yeah, it looks like starlight, just a bright blue white shot.
Kind of comes kind of around, pulls itself free of the lantern, lances towards it, massive, almost like a beam, focused, hits the creature in the back. And as it does, you see there's a big, almost like 2-foot section of its flesh that is still glistening, glowing from the attack. Would you like to do anything else, Ernest?
That is, I believe, my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will now need Zoltkar and Brevrak to give me another perception test.
19.
And an 8. So at this point, Brevrak, being a pretty seasoned warrior, you get used to hearing, especially being someone that's on a ship, you get used to hearing sounds in the background. You get used to hearing the waves, soothing. You don't hear anything, and it's unnerving. It's the absence of sound, except for the ring of the bell. Do with that as you will. Yes, that's what is happening so far. So I will say, Brevrak, with that information known, what would you like to do?
Can you describe the environment?
Okay. You are on a staircase. You're not you're not even at the bottom of the stairs yet. You just hear a bell in the room down below. It is lit by candlelight. Looks like there's probably tons of candles down here that are all lit. You only hear this chiming bell. You don't hear anything else.
I don't hear anything going upstairs.
You hear nothing behind you.
Is it a dong dong, or is it like a ding ding ding?
It's like a ding 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 ding. You know, kind of like a storefront bell, kind of like that. And it is just, it's constantly going.
Okay. Zoltkar, I did picture I was in the lead since I went down first. Okay.
You were in the lead. These are tight stairs.
All right.
You're on.
I'm just gonna. Do you hear that? I want to see what that is.
You hear a bell? I do hear a bell.
You do hear a bell.
And I'm gonna continue down.
Okay. All right. So
I will follow.
We will get back with you guys in a moment as you head down into the cellar proper. Rogar, it is your turn.
Is the one that I've been attacking the one radiated now?
Yes.
Okay.
For the first attack.
Okay. I only get one, so I will. Can I bonus action drink gourd? Or is that an action? I know we said bonus action for healing potions.
Yeah, it's specifically for the regular healing potions because they're aerosol.
Yeah.
Drinking something because the higher level healing potions are drinking. That's gonna be an action.
Okay. Well, then I'll take the action to drink from the gourd.
Chug that bad boy down.
I will. Before I roll healing, I will, as a bonus action, use my breath attack.
Okay. Yes, because you can do that right now.
I'm going to try to angle it away from if I can,
Oh,
away
yeah.
from the dark specter in the corner.
Yeah.
And try to hit both if I can.
Yeah. It's a 15-foot cone, right?
15-foot cone.
Yeah.
Con
I'll
save.
say that you're able to kind of maneuver yourself, even like a sweep. Just kind of get those two and not hit Dayu. And Atlas is 30 feet, so he's not even within range.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll roll con saves for
13 con
creatures. Let me get it up here real quick. All right. Natural 20.
Oh, that passes.
And a 14.
14. They both pass. So they'll take. I think they take half.
Yeah, they still take half.
Yeah, they still take half. So let's see here. 7 damage halved.
Okay, oh, geez.
Cold damage.
Yeah, we'll call it 4 damage.
4 damage. Thank you. I'll take it.
4 points of cold. And I'll be kind and not say that gets rid of the advantage on the next attack.
It's a saving throw, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
So,
well, it's technically it's whenever it takes damage, I think.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna roll my healing as well.
Yeah, go ahead and
finish my turn.
Just roll it on your own. It's fine.
Okay.
Which will then bring us to Dayu. It is your turn. You see
Rogar. Radiated.
You see Rogar quickly kind of breathe out, and then you see him grab his gourd and kind of guzzle some of the sweet healing nectar down his gullet. And yeah,
drinking on the job.
Yes, it is still radiated.
All right. We will attack that one then, because that's advantage.
It is.
All right. Big money. 21.
That definitely hits. Go and roll damage.
All right. For 11 damage.
Ooh, Dayu, how do you do this? It goes down.
So the one that's radiated will come down on like a crossbody slash.
Yes.
And then we'll come back up with an upward slash. And probably not decapitate, but like severely like.
Oh, yeah. The thing
hanging on by tendrils.
Yeah, it is humanoid in shape, but it just doesn't look right. The way the flesh moves on its own. You cut through it, you see exposed meat and skeleton underneath, and like organs as you slice through, and the thing kind of and its kind of amorphous face begins to like curl in, almost like a rotten gourd. There's just a black like blob as it hits the ground, dead. There's another one standing next to Rogar, though.
We are going to patient defense.
Okay, all right. You kind of take a defensive stance. Then that is going to bring us to the creature's turn, and it is going to try to beat down the son of Amu. Doesn't have advantage anymore. 15. Misses.
I will miss. I'll miss.
What about that doesn't hit either then. A 13 will not hit. Damn it. As it kind of lunges towards you and you bash away a couple flimsy strikes, which will bring us to the top of the round with Ernest. Atlas, your turn, sir.
All right. This is just one thing left, right?
There's one left, yes.
All right. I will. So I'm 15 feet away from it or 30 feet away from it?
You're 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I'll stick with doing the old Sacred Flame. It failed that the first time, so we'll try that.
Dex save. It failed. It's got a 10.
Ooh. That is 6 damage.
6 points of radiant damage. All right.
I got cool shit for the party, but it's damage to it. I'm not the
another
best.
little sliver of like an ember falls free of the lantern and snakes into its back once again, and it kind of hisses and moves. Would you like to do anything else, Ernest?
I will not do anything else.
Okay.
Well, it does Rogar. He seems to be on my side. Does he look okay? How's he looking?
After his heal, I'm not sure. How are you looking, Rogar?
Rogar is still bleeding a fair amount.
And how's this creature looking?
The creature looks fairly healthy. I mean, you guys are hurting it, obviously, but it doesn't look that bad yet.
Sorry, Rogar, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's fine. I said Rogar looks like he's bleeding a fair amount. He looks better than he did a few minutes ago, though.
I will, as a bonus action,
A few seconds ago.
I will not do anything. I was looking at the wrong thing. It's an action for what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Right.
Fine. That will bring us then to, because Zaltkar and Brevrak are going to be doing something in a minute, so that will bring us to Rogar. It's your turn.
I would like to recklessly attack.
Go ahead and make your attacks, please.
Great Weapon Master, calling it.
All right.
14.
That just hits.
Nice.
Glancing blow, unfortunately.
I'll take it. Let's see here. That will be
So 20.
22.
22, so 11.
Half, 11 damage.
11 damage. Still good damage. As you,
More than what it would have been. That's good.
and it doesn't look... It's getting hurt, obviously. You can see the creature's kind of stumbling away, looking for an out at this point. Would you like to do anything else, Rogar?
That is Rogar's turn.
Okay. Then that will bring me to Dayu. It is your turn.
Going in for a slash.
Okay. Give me
with an 11.
That's going to miss.
And going in for a just regular unarmed strike.
Okay.
For a 22.
That will definitely hit. Roll damage, please.
And 4 points.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. As you slash and it kind of ducks low, and then you pop it across what should be its empty face. So you kind of like slap across some of the fleshy bits on the side. And the creature gets hit hard. It is now the creature's turn, and it looks around, seeing its options. This not going as planned, as it was attempting to ambush 2 people, not 3. With a third party coming into view, the creature is going to... Yeah, okay. Let me make a athletics check real quick. That its athletics is not as good as I hoped. However, it does manage to jump, and as it does, one of its limbs kind of elongates and latches on to the second floor. There is like an overhang that kind of jumps up and then tries to pull itself up. Rogar and Dayu will get opportunity attacks.
Okay. We discussed last sesh. Reckless will count.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Since you used it this turn.
Great Webmaster calling it. Ooh,
Master.
natural 20.
Dayu also got a 16.
Let's do Dayu first.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your damage, Dayu. Got a feeling this thing's about to be deleted.
Max
13,
damage.
Jesus. Go ahead and roll your damage, Rogar. You're gonna kill it anyway.
I'm gonna roll the first one because it's just gonna be the it's gonna double it, but then I'll roll a regular roll after that. Okay.
Okay.
That's what it. So now we'll just roll the double. Ooh, not very much. 16, 18, 36 damage.
Oh, not that much. It's only 36 damage.
I rolled low. Roll
this. Yeah. Okay.
Not very much.
Not
So
very
he took
much.
he took 49 points of damage in one turn there. Just
exactly. Yeah.
a bit bop.
So I'll say this: as it moves the jump,
Bring back the shaman! And as I cut him down.
Yeah, Dayu cuts into him, and its grip kind of slackens. And as it does, Rogar, how do you do this?
I will. I don't know. I'll like reach up and like grab its gelatin like flesh and pull it down and just slam it down on the ground and just bring back the shaman as I cut into it repeatedly until it stops moving.
You just start. I didn't keep seeing just big chunks of flesh and meat just spilling all over the place.
I will
surprisingly not a lot of blood.
Okay, I will say to Dayu and to Ernest, it doesn't look like Rogar cares much for the condition of his sword as he is just, slamming it down into the ground. Not precision strikes, but savage blows.
Force.
Yeah.
Pounding away with this comically sized weapon. It begins just smashing down into this creature. It's pulped within seconds. And combat is officially over as everything sets still. Atlas, you are exposed to the rest of the party. However, we're going to flip on over to Breverac and Zaltkar as something very interesting is happening in their neck of the woods. As the two of you are moving down, pull up my notes real quick. You see before you, this is a hidden floor within the Dusty Trader. You see that there is a very large, almost like it looks like an operating table, but very, very long. There is a single, let's call it a shroud over an object. Looks not very big, maybe 2 feet. Well, not even that tall. It'd be about maybe a foot tall. A decent size though, round from what it looks like.
Round or like elongated?
Cylindrical shape underneath the shroud. So it's hard, without taking the shroud off, you're not gonna know what the hell it looks like. But you know what I'm saying. There's a lump there. Obvious. Before we get into that though, that's towards the middle of the room. This is a big room. This is about like a 60-foot length and about 40 feet width, which the direction you came in, that puts this going underneath the alley and into the next building. If you're keeping track of like spatial awareness, if this is operating on a normal spatial scale.
Ceiling?
The ceiling is 12 feet tall, not very tall. However, you see that there are boxes and tons of antiquities just kind of laying around. Things obviously of an older civilization, varying in intricacies and craftsmanship. Some of them look very primitive, some of them look very advanced. Things of all different cultures. You don't see anything like visibly ostentatious, like you don't see like gold laying around or anything like that, but these are like statues. Things that should be in museums if museums existed in Emberfell.
Any weapons?
You don't see any weapons outright. You do see 3 large, they look like they're made out of stone, and they are about 6 feet tall, rectangular, laying against the wall on the right. They appear to be resting with the smaller side of the rectangle on the ground, and they almost look like trunks, but they are carved very expertly and in such a way that you can't even tell what kind of stone it's made out of, just from this quick cursory glance. And there are strange kind of symbols and writings along the lid, if it can be called such a thing. And there are interesting clasps on the side of it. This obviously opens, and there's 3 of them, very decent size. Over to the left, there is this is past the large, almost like operating-esque work table in the center. There appears to be a bench / writing desk of some kind, with scrolls and notes kind of dangling around it, and there are candles all over this this room. It's very well illuminated, candles everywhere in strange places. Some of them just sitting on the floor, plenty of them around the desk. It's very odd. But that's kind of a quick glance of the room with your previous perception tests as well. And yeah, so that's what you guys see.
The candles, do they look like they've been burning a while, or do they look kind of freshly? I would probably have to get close to some.
Yeah, well, give me an investigation check.
Okay. Also, I want to know if there's any smell in there. So.
All
right. I'm not the brightest, but hopefully I can
stay cautiously.
You can give me the same thing.
6.
What are you looking for?
Investigation.
Investigation. Oh, yeah, 13.
13's not bad.
Candles are bright.
So Zalkar, unfortunately, Brevrak, you just see candles lit. Zalkar, you see that these candles, they're all different sizes and shapes. They don't appear to be like anything special. You don't smell anything. But as you're looking, Zalkar, and you have more of an eye for detail than most people in your party. And you see that while it looks like these candles have been burning for a while, there's no wax dripping.
Oh.
There's nothing dripping off the sides. You see what looks like wax that has been burned and has dripped down on the bottom, but you don't see anything fresh coming out of the nearest candle, which would be very close to you, almost on the stairs.
And they are, though, burning.
They are burning.
Interesting.
It's bizarre.
Sort of magical flame.
Is there any smell?
There's no smell, especially with your previous investigation check.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, I'll give you this, though. It smells stale in here. It smells stuffy. It smells like old things because you're in a room full of old things. Are you moving further down?
Look at this place. I had no idea this was down here. I'm going to look around a little bit closer.
I'll help you keep guard, but we should probably get to the others soon. Keep looking around. Go down a little further.
Okay. Where do you guys want to look?
Where were these? I'll just use the word sarcophagus.
You could say sarcophagus if you like.
Yeah. Those three, they were to the left?
They were to your, they're down the stairs and they're to your right.
Okay. 60 long, 40 deep.
Yeah, 60 feet long, 40 feet wide.
You used the word operating table.
I did.
So I'm going to, hold on. I'm actually going to just, even we're going to go and odd we're not. Odd we're not. So, no, I really wanted to go to that table. But I'm going to go over on the left side and just kind of walk down and just take a look at different stuff.
The left side brings you to the desk that has like notes and things kind of laid out. There appears to be a large ledger.
I can read, so...
Yes, you can.
I would like to... My investigator is so great, but I would like to just take a glance at it, just kind of read a little bit, see if there's any information.
Go ahead and give me another investigation check. I'll let you give me another one.
Well, sure, it's everybody down here, so I had to take a case. All right, 3.
Oh, Jesus.
Brevrak, you kind of look at it. You kind of like...
We're the worst.
You see kind of the words kind of blending together. It's almost like you're in school again.
Counting, I'm confused.
Yes, you get confused looking at them. It hurts your head. And you kind of turn away from the scrawlings. It does appear that there is like a ledger open amidst other older. It looks like somebody's been taking notes. If that makes any sense, but that's about all you would get.
I'm going to grab that.
What are you going to grab?
That ledger.
You want to grab the ledger? Okay.
How big is it? I mean, is it like?
It's like a tome. It's big.
All right.
It's a pretty good size. I mean, when I say good size, I mean like there's that much shit inside of it. It is open.
Can I
good size.
Tear out some pages?
Would you know what to tear out? You tear out whatever you want. You just kind of and you just rip out some pages on the top.
Yeah, maybe I'll take my sword and kind of cut them out, but grab on to like 5 or 6 pages.
Okay.
And pull them up, maybe.
And you're kind of like,
maybe one of the smarter people will be able to figure out what it
put
says.
it in your, kind of stuff it in your bag.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Zolkar, would you like to do anything while Brevrak is defacing valuable property?
Has anybody peeked under the blanket yet?
No. Oh no, definitely not.
I would like.
You guys also have not. I will say this: the ringing bell is still ringing. You don't
forget about that.
Zolkar, your previous check a minute ago, you look up and I'll say you actually see it. There are two bells you see hanging from the ceiling. And there are 2 wires from the bell that are laced on the ceiling. And they go, and then it looks like they loop up, and they're going in 2 different directions. One of them is ringing, one of them is not.
Do you point this out to me?
I would point this out to you, but I would also want to see what's under that blanket. Because that's kind of what my jam is, you know? So I guess I'm going to investigate under that blanket on the operating table.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, I will.
Yes, you will.
I mean, I'm looking for murders and stuff.
I guess I'll kind of fall behind him. Okay. Kind of stand behind him a little bit.
Do you want an investigation check, or is this just going to be a gimme?
No. This is going to be. I will say, Zolkar, as you approach the shrouded thing on the it's a very large table. You notice that the kind of sheet that's been pulled over it is a pretty good size, and you grab it and you pull it away, revealing a small statue made out of greenish black soapstone. As soon as you see it, both you and Brevrak have a intense, almost feeling in almost the pit of your stomach, an uneasiness looking at it. You can't tell exactly what kind of material this is made out of. It appears to be a sculpture of some rotund winged demon, where the wings are just a little too small to support the girth of the body. The head resembles that of an octopus with tentacles where its mouth should be, that brush over clawed hands that rest one against its cheek in this fashion and the other upon its lap. There are feet dangling over a pedestal that end in almost dragon-like talons that are digging in to the pedestal itself. The pedestal is shaped at weird angles, like nothing you've ever seen. And to contemplate the geometry is
non-Euclidean
in nature. There are 6 eyes upon its face, if you can say it has a face, though you see no nose or no visible mouth. There are 6 eyes. However, what you do notice looking at it is that there are 4 yellow stones that are on the top 4 eyes. They appear to be, they look like some kind of very valuable gem of some kind. Almost a bright gold, almost like the sun itself. The 2 on the bottom appear to not have gems inside of them.
What is that?
Carving? What was that?
It's a carving, a statue.
It is a statue, yes. And it's about a foot tall.
Sorcerer, that thing makes me, I don't like it.
It's uncomfortable to be around.
It's definitely Something of the darkness. Would I have any idea what it might be?
Oh, you can give me a Arcana check.
Well, let's see how it goes. Ooh, no, I don't know. I just know I don't like it. It's only a 4.
No. You have no idea. You've never seen anything like this. The material itself is strange.
So I would reshroud this. Let's reshroud this.
Okay.
Cover it up.
Yeah.
You move to cover it up. I need, as you get close, Zoltkar, move to recover it. I need Zoltkar and Breverac to give me charisma saving throws.
Ah, charisma. Okay. Yeah. All right. Charisma save. Here we go. I'm going to get new dice. 14.
14.
Yeah.
And?
Going to go change my dice real quick.
17. Breverac, you're a little bit further away, and you feel almost a pull to touch the statue. As you kind of... Something, you're scared, you're trembling, as your hands almost instinctually move, and you stop short. However, Zoltkar does not, as his hand reaches out, and he places a hand upon the octopus-like head of the statue.
No, but I didn't say I wanted to do that.
It doesn't matter. As you do, you kind of... And you see his head to begin to shake and vibrate. Beads of sweat dripping down the sides of his face.
Damn it.
Zoltkar, give me a sanity check.
Okay, let me pull up my sanity score. Right now I have a +2. Okay. Come on, sweet dice. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a 15 for sanity check.
15. Yeah. You manage to resist the horror as you and you pull your hand free, shaking. However,
I went through the ordeal. It's gonna take a little more than that. Shake me up.
Oh yes, indeed. As Zoltkar, you quickly realize that there's something not quite right about this.
Oh yeah.
Back up top, we're gonna flip away from Breverac and Zoltkar at this moment because it's getting interesting.
I wish we had radios.
Yeah, exactly. Rogar, Dayu, and now your new companion Atlas. The creatures lay slain in the alley behind the Dusty Trader. The floor is yours.
Yeah, Dai turns to an aggressive stance towards this gargantuan figure.
Indeed. Fair.
Baited in the alley.
Good work, friends. My name is Atlas. I mean you no harm. I was here only for the undead.
The hell are
At
you?
that point. I am a Furbolg. It's like a cowman.
Jesus.
I assume I don't see his face yet, but I probably recognize the lantern. Maybe.
I'll hold it up
me
to
a
my
religion
face so I
check.
can see my face.
Give me Rogar, you have no chance. Dai, you can give me religion check.
He might get lucky.
12.
Okay, I'll say, yeah. The DC wasn't going to be high. You would recognize the lantern for sure as a sign of Mito, the chaperone of souls. Someone Tuk is intimately familiar with and will be for a long time. As this is obviously someone associated with a lord of death of some kind.
You're a priest of Mito.
I see you know. My lord, yes, I am. I am a priest of Mito.
I will sheath the sword. Well, I assume you came for these then? As he points to the pile of goop.
Yeah. I'll say Atlas. It's pretty obvious these aren't undead, but there are some monstrous creatures at this point.
They're
What
not
they
undead.
are,
They just have like an undead feel.
I will say they didn't.
Right.
They don't bleed. That's kind of an undead thing, but you have lots of experience with that particular brand of monster, and you've never seen anything like this before.
Mm.
The little creature that Dayu carried back to the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the same like consistency?
No, it is not.
Oh, this is different.
This is different.
So when it died, it just fell into like jello?
No, it's still in the shape. It's in a humanoid shape, but its skin appeared to be viscous and could move and shape. It is now. It looks almost like a melting fluid of some kind, and it is continually melting off of this creature, revealing a somewhat humanoid like structure underneath, bones, muscle. All of it is in strange places and elongated in different ways. Bizarre anatomy, to say the least.
Well, priest, do you know what this is?
Do I?
Give me an Arcana check, priest.
Arcana. Ooh, I'm not very good at these. Intelligence based, I got 11.
11. With an 11, you have no idea what this is. You can say definitively it's not undead. So it's something else.
What was your name?
It's not important right now. Rogar.
Okay. Your
You know
name
what
is
this
Rogar?
is?
He's Rogar. I don't know what this is. It's not undead. I know that. But that's all I know.
Roger's calming himself down. As he is calming down from his rage, darts an icy glare at the figure that walks towards him, but starts to cool down. He nods at him. Thank you for your assistance, priest.
Thank you for yours. Yes, my name is Atlas. Ernest Atlas Ebbing. But you may call me Atlas because that's a mouthful.
Rogar starts to stare at his height. He's feeling a little intimidated.
Almost as tall as you.
I mean, he said he's 8'1".
Oh yeah, you're right. You're actually he is taller than you.
So he's taller.
And I will say, he's nowhere near as muscular. Yeah. You can tell even from the outline of his shape.
I'm skinny.
He's thin for someone that tall. Yes.
I have not seen one of your like before, but that is nothing new for me.
Have I seen Dragonborn? I guess maybe in my travels.
I will say in your travels,
but not a lot.
Why don't we roll a history check? We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see what's going on here.
Also, not very good at those. Let's see what we get. That is a 2 minus 1 is 1.
That's a 1. I will say that you've heard. Everyone has heard of Dragonborn. Because there's a nearby kingdom full of them. Now, Atlas, you may not exactly have a clear lineage in this society, but you will have grown up here for the most part, in the mountains specifically, far to the north of Valvrak. However, it's your first time actually seeing one in the flesh, or in the scale, I guess I should say.
Not wearing much clothing, besides a cloak and some furs.
Rogar, I think that we are 2 peas in the pod because I haven't seen one of your like.
What is a pea?
Either. It's like a vegetable. It's just a saying. It just means we are alike in this one. And I have also not met your kind.
Rogar nods. Elder, we must find. Yes. Pleasantries. And he doesn't respond after that. And Elder, we must look in on the shaman and the armored one.
I will say the rain is picking up. It's getting louder.
Rain?
The rain is and washing into the open wounds of the bodies. Still no blood or anything kind of coming out, but I will say the skin, the kind of molten looking skin, is quickly bleeding off into the back alley like road, kind of silting away, but creating almost like a puddle around the corpses.
Rogar snarls.
No, there's no clothing.
Okay.
Rogar snarls. Demons. And as it continues to turn around and march back to the back door of this shop.
That is open, I mind you.
Okay. And
it's been open this whole time.
Is heading down if he can.
Easily done. The false door is still open. Dayu, what are you doing?
Dayu's going to stay in the alley because this is a busy night tonight in alleys. Apparently it
is. Dayu, you're like
all
Atlas.
the alleys.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, it's picking up rain, so I would probably say to Rogar, may I join you in the shelter?
Yes.
Thank
Please
you.
follow.
I will gladly follow him.
Dayu, are you still staying out here?
Yes, I will let the rain drip off of my straw hat.
Yes, indeed you will. You kind of stand there very stoically. Very, I don't want to say edgelord, but I don't know what's going on here. No.
Very, I know what you did last summer.
Common misconception.
Yeah, and as you stand there with the rain dripping off of your
slightly
straw
out
hat,
of view of like
slightly
a street light, just slightly.
Just a little
see
bit.
His outline.
See the dim outline.
There's a dumpster somewhere that he kind of like gets up by, puts his foot up to the wall.
But Rogar and Atlas, Rogar, I'm assuming you're kind of leading the way. The both of you have to duck down to go down in this passage because you're both too damn tall. As you both kind of, Rogar has a hard time width-wise. It's tight, but you can get through. You kind of, and I will say, both Rogar and Atlas, you hear the loud pattering of the rain. Did you guys leave the door open?
Rogar did. He was the first one in, so he left.
Atlas, you left the door open as well.
Yeah, I would assume the other one was coming with us.
Yeah. All right. You guys leave the door open, so you hear the pattering of rain. As you move down the stairs, you take a couple steps. And why don't I get both of you guys to give me perception tests?
That's 24.
24. And Rogar?
7.
Jesus. So Rogar's focused. But Ernest.
Shaman!
Yeah, Rogar's shouting. Ernest, you hear about 2 steps down. You hear the pattering of rain, and then you hear nothing. Silence. Except you can hear a bell ringing down below, and there's an illuminated floor down below. And you take note of this, almost as if somehow the outside of this room has been washed away, almost as if sound is being kept out of this place.
Like, does it sound like it's an alarm?
It sounds...
The bell?
With a 24, the problem is you're not very smart. While you can notice things, the ability to deduce what is what might not be the greatest. So let's give me an intelligence check, and let's see what you can come up with real quick, Atlas. This could be fun.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. So Atlas, the bell, like I told Brevrak and Zaltkar, just sounds like a chime. It sounds like something you would put on like a storefront door. And it is just
ringing.
It's just ringing.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yep.
Rogar, do you hear that ringing?
I mean, when he points it out, you hear the ringing. The check was to notice the absence of noise outside of this room.
There is a ringing, but then also there's no other noise. Do you notice, Rogar?
I noticed though.
Oh yeah, you definitely there's no check needed. You hear the ringing of the bell. Everyone does.
I do hear it. Is he purple skinned? Is he purple?
Like a dark
light?
blue, midnight blue. There's a little bit of a purple tinge, but it's supposed to be blue. Just the picture. I couldn't get the skin tone right in the damn creator.
And he's got a large beard as well.
Large beard, braided mustache.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly like the picture behind me, just blue instead of purple.
Okay.
Dark blue.
Kind of bovine ears sticking out to the side.
Yeah. Yes, One Eye. I have. I hear this bell, but do not worry. A great and powerful shaman lies below. He will know what to do. What
is his name?
Zaltkar.
Zaltkar. I like that.
And Rogar is continuing down.
I will say
slowly, or if it's tight, however he's getting down. He's as fast as he can.
Rogar's so damn loud. You guys hear him. You hear this entire conversation. Brevrek and Zaltkar.
Okay.
You hear the whole thing down below. Is they're kind of creaking their way, shoving their way down on an unfamiliar voice as well. As the party meets down in the basement of the Dusty Trader. That, my friends, is where we're going to take our first break.
What?
Ooh.